Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today we are discussing a 1966 psychological horror science fiction film directed by John Frankenheimer. This is slated as his third sort of movie from his Paranoia trilogy. Um, this one stars Rock Hudson in Seconds, all about seconds, all about getting a second chance of life through plastic surgery.
Yes.
Um, it's quite different movie from what Rock Hudson's. You think of Rock Hudson, you think of the romantic comedies he used to do in the 60s.
Oh, do
Um,
you?
and this is why he chose this movie. He wanted this to do this to get away from that sort of movies, and I think he succeeded in this. Quite a bleak and dark movie, this. So we will go over to Susan and her opening thoughts on Second.
So seconds, the first character is this character named, I think
Arthur,
it's Arthur Hamilton.
yeah, played by John Randolph.
Yeah, and he's sort of tired and bored, and he's a man who doesn't have a lot going on, but what he does have going on, he squanders his time with it,
Mhm.
and he drinks a lot, and he's not real happy with his spouse, and he just kind of ignores her. When she's speaking, it just kind of trails off in his brain. You can tell this by the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really amazing. And then the visuals get really cool later on too. And one of the opening shots is like of him just tootling through his office, and it's kind of like a steady cam shot. It's kind of like one of those, walk and talk type deals, but it's done at really weird angles and stuff, and it just doesn't show him at the best light. So yeah, that was challenging to to the eyes. And so, but then they do that, they redo that shot kind of again with Rock Hudson at the end of the movie, because they want to show that he's gotten back to the same place he was with before he had the first surgery. Huh. But it would, I mean, people have said like this movie's really Kafka-esque. Like it's got the Kafka feel, like Metamorphosis or whatever. And so I kind of liked it, and I liked the way it was shot. I like the fact that all the seconds ended up getting together in it at the end, toward the middle or the end. They had like their little grape and wine press party, and then when he got really drunk and stuff, they kind of surrounded him and said, "Oh, no, you're not having any more fun." And so they took him back to the company.
The Reborns.
The Reborns, yeah. But why they didn't use the same words then? They should have stuck with Seconds.
Mm.
Because I know that the reason they didn't use Reborns is because everybody was talking about being reborn in the Billy Graham crusades and stuff like that. So I don't know. It just would have challenged them too much to have that happen. And his wife, played by Frances Reed, she was his wife was someone that he was having trouble connecting with, and so like no wonder they didn't sleep together. They didn't have they didn't have a hell of a good relationship. Then he was flirting with his secretary, kind of thing, at work. That I guess that happened all the time.
Mm.
I don't know. But then the guy who ran the corporation, the big time corporation, was a guy who you may recognize from what's it called? Beverly Hillbillies. He played Grandpa in that.
Oh, yeah,
Grandpa.
yeah.
And yeah, so I guess his name is Will Greer. Anyway, he's a yeah, he did a really good job. I mean, he made it look really sleazy though, kind of thing. That was the interesting thing about this. It's like it made it look kind of super shady. But that's the way it's supposed to look, I suppose, but it was fun. And then there was, I mean, part of the way that he got it to go through with everything is that they convinced him by and I don't know how much involved the old man, the runner of the company, um, how much he was involved in this, but they made it look like he'd attacked or sexually assaulted this lady in black lingerie, and so
Under
but
under the influence of drug.
yeah, they drugged him a lot. I mean, there's a ton of drugs and a ton of booze in this. It's just it seems like it's like, but it's not the fun drugs. It's not the kind you snort or smoke or take on your tongue and like it's a little piece of paper. No, this stuff that's like oh boy, it's all these shots. Anyway, so he was working through that and oh yeah.
It,
Go ahead.
it's I mean, it's not a nice movie to watch, but it's
Oh,
as you said, it's the angles, the camera angles, and I know which angles you're on about as well, because they only use it in so many parts of the movie, not all the way through.
right.
And yeah, the director must have thought, well, we'll do it this way, and some of the scenes it works, some of them it doesn't. But yeah, this man is just bored of his everyday life, his wife, his job, wants to get away, and he is suggested to the company from his friend who allegedly died. Well, that turns out his friend is one of the reborns, has had plastic surgery, and
Right.
to do this, you have to suggest someone else to do the. So it's just an ongoing thing. You suggest someone, we'll bring them in, do the face of her, blackmail them,
Yep.
and we'll give them a new life, new face, new ID, personality. Um, I mean, also the scene where Arthur is on the operating theatre, on the table, getting the plastic surgery done. That's real footage of a plastic surgery operation, what they used.
Wow.
I know. So they use clips of it.
Mixed in some stock footage.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And then we'll say when they unwrap the, the face, give him a new name, Tony Wilson, Rock Hudson.
Which is great because there was Tony Wilson in Manchester, and he ran Granada Television, and he was a party boy.
Yeah. So so the new version is the Rock Hudson version.
The Rock Hudson version.
And he really, as I say, because he wanted it different from all the romantic comedies he was doing, he went for this job and did it. I thought he did a pretty damn good job. Because everybody thinks you're dead because they have to find a cadaver, what's similar in body and medical, dental stuff and all like that, fingerprints to take all that off. But the thing what got me thinking was the room where all the reborns are sat, just playing cards or reading, or is that the death room?
Oh, I didn't know.
Where they're all sat waiting because they've all come back and they wanted seconds. They wanted a second life. They wanted another face changing. Is that room where they all go wait and Sir says, yes, we're going to do your face now, but they'll will you off like they did with Rock Hudson and kill them.
And Rock Hudson, yeah.
Because they killed him in the end. They made him a cadaver where someone was in an accident, so that the business just carries.
So this is what I think happened to Lady Diana and Dodi Fayed.
Wow.
I have my own conspiracy theory about what has actually happened to the Princess of Wales and that media magnate.
Yeah, you never know.
He made a movie about faking your own death, and there's a lot of remarkable similarities. So anyway, very.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a happy ending for the main character.
No, and that scene at the end where he's like bit and ball and teeth, and he's like, thrashing back and forth wildly on
while they're about to kill him.
Yeah.
And say his body will end up in a fire or an accident somewhere, because someone else can carry on in their other life.
Yep.
Taking mostly his identity and.
Yep.
So it's an ongoing circle with this company.
Yep.
I mean, it has
so
been.
I didn't dislike this movie, but the choices that they were making were a little weird, and I guess that's really why it's so different and why it wasn't super popular.
Yeah, it didn't do too well at the box office. But it's become a cult. It's got cult status now, and I think it's the United States Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Culturally, historically, and what was it? I can't remember. I haven't got my glasses on. Anyway, but it's a significant movie to put it in the film preservation. So it's done something right. I enjoyed it. It's just one of those, I said when we started, I've seen this film once before and it's stuck in my memory. I must have been a teenager when I saw it on late night TV at some point, and the ending of the movie stuck into my head. I thought, oh God, they've killed him. But also the beginning of the movie with the credits and the music, with just the close-ups of the lips, the
Yeah,
eyes, and the swelling imagery.
yeah,
That's so eerie, and that stood out in
yeah.
my
It
mind.
was a bit like Doctor Who opening
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And then the other thing that was interesting was like the music was just, you know, weird synthy stuff, you know.
yeah. Who did the music? Hold on. Jerry Goldsmith,
Yeah.
a well-known name in the movie world.
Yep.
Um, and also as well, the company what arrange all this, they're always there, because you come out of the operation with a different face, they send you to a place where the company members are always there, they're always surrounding you, but you don't know that.
Yeah.
Even the woman he fell in love with was a company woman sent there
Yeah.
to look after him or get him in the right direction.
Yeah.
The life he's leading there is not real.
No.
He wanted a different life. He wanted something, and he's not getting it there.
Right.
He's being controlled again.
Yeah.
So, but for me, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this movie for the second time in my life. So, anything else you'd like to say about Seconds?
Um. Yeah. That's the middle scene with all the people in the wine vat, stomping grapes, and like the song that they're singing,
That was a long scene as well.
and the two. Then there were two songs going
Mm.
on at the same time, and there was so much. They were being really sexy and stuff.
Well,
It
naked
was
grapes.
kind of naked grape stomping, and like,
Yeah.
you know, all the sort of orgy things that were going on around afterward. Yeah, it's pretty interesting scene there. And then the other scene that was really interesting was all the people, like when Tony Wilson gets really super drunk at the you know, at the party, kind of after that, and like he just ends up in despair or something. It's like, because all the people around him are like, yep, they all know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
his butler shows up, and he says, no, 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 I can't fix this. Uh, you've gone too far, and they all know.
they're all reborn.
And they're all reborn, and he's like,
And he just he breaks down.
yeah,
It's amazing seeing that as well, especially when the woman comes storming into the room as well and tells him to shut up.
yeah,
And then, so, shall we move on to final scene score?
yeah, sure.
Over to you.
Okay, I'll give this 8.5 nose jobs out of 10. I don't think it's bad. It's just a little too, you know, on the nose, so to speak. I'm just kidding. Oh, Jesus, that's a bad one. No, it's just it yeah, it goes places that, you know, I don't want to think about necessarily, but
I like
yeah,
I like movies like that will make you feel a bit.
and the other thing is, it's Rock Hudson, you know. I I'm glad that he did this. You know, as an actor, this was probably a much greater challenge to him than anything floofy or fluffy. But he's not really challenged Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad he made this choice anyway.
Cool.
So yes and no. So 8.5 out of 10.
Well, I'm going to give this. I think I'll give it 9.5 because
Oh,
because for once it's one movie I've only saw once before, and it's stuck in my head all those years ago. So it did
yeah, I've
something.
seen that.
It did something to bring those memories back, and I thought I've got to watch that again when I get a chance. And we had a chance, so yeah, 9.5 rhinoplasty operations out of 10.
Mhm.
So that is our little review of Seconds from 1966. Um, when plastic surgery was sort of fairly new.
New, yeah.
So
It
people
was
were
basically Face Off without the famous actors. No, I'm only kidding.
yeah. Well, I read I think this was the movie. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
I'm positive I read somewhere he went into a movie theater where this was showing, and it scared the living daylights out of him.
Huh.
And I think he pulled or cancelled the release of a Beach Boys album because of this.
Wow,
Um,
that's impressive.
I can't remember what album it was.
But
I did read
why?
that.
Why didn't I ever hear about it? Um,
Hold on, let me just Google. I might be making it up. I might have dreamt it. Most of my life. Let's have a look. Here we go. No, want the button working. It says I don't want that. Anyway, Brian Wilson saw the movie in a theatre during its
yeah.
first run. Overworked and showing signs of a breakdown, Wilson both liked the theme of the movie, changing his identity and starting over, and found it downside disturbing.
Oh,
So
well, that's cool.
there, yes, but I'm sure he cancelled the release of an album because of it.
Huh.
Power of the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's amazing.
anyways, you guys out there, have you seen Seconds? Are you a fan of Rock Hudson? Give it a go. Go watch it. It's out there. Then come back and leave a little comment below. If you'd like to join our little gang, message us. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Insta, you name it, social media, all over it. If all you need to be is 18 plus, with a working laptop, PC, tablet, phone, mobile phone, with a camera and microphone. That's all we ask of you. And also, one more thing, please press the bell notification button on the YouTube channel, and you'll get notified every time we put up a wonderful video just like this. And just in time, the cat comes in and starts meowing.
Meow.
Meow. So until next time, guys, remember, live the life you've got. Don't wish for seconds. Bye for now.